Imagine this. You've just finished a hearty meal, maybe rice, pasta, or a big sandwich, and within 20 to 30 minutes, you feel heavy, sluggish, or even a little dizzy. Most people shrug it off, calling it a food coma. But here's the truth. It's not just your stomach being full. It's a spike in your blood sugar, and repeated spikes can quietly damage your health over time. But here's the exciting part. You don't need complicated diets, expensive supplements, or hours at the gym to prevent it. Some of the most effective methods are so simple, they almost look funny, like standing up and doing calf raises for 2 minutes after dinner. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do after each meal to control blood sugar, protect your heart, improve energy, and even support brain health. We'll cover simple exercises, supplements that actually work, meal hacks that reduce spikes naturally, the science behind why it works, and long-term strategies to make these habits stick. So grab a notebook, or just imagine trying these tricks, and let's dive in. When we eat carbohydrates, our blood sugar naturally rises. The pancreas releases insulin to move glucose into cells, but the bigger the spike, the harder your body has to work to balance it. Large muscles like your calves, thighs, and glutes act as natural glucose sponges, pulling sugar out of your bloodstream and using it for energy. Even just a few minutes of movement after meals can dramatically reduce these spikes. In fact, research shows post-meal movement is more effective for controlling blood sugar than exercise done before eating. One of the simplest exercises is calf raises. Stand tall, feet shoulder-width apart. Lift your heels as high as comfortable, pause for a second, and lower slowly. You can do this for 2 to 3 minutes after a meal. A Japanese study in 2022 found that just 2 minutes of calf raises after meals lowered post-meal glucose by 15 to 20% compared to sitting. Calf muscles pump blood and use glucose for energy, improving insulin sensitivity. You can use a chair for support if needed, and even seniors can do seated calf raises with similar benefits, around a 10 to 15% reduction. The best part is you can do this while waiting for tea to brew or chatting with family. Walking is another highly effective method. Even a short 2 to 5 minute walk after meals can reduce blood sugar spikes. A longer 10 to 15 minute walk at a slow pace is even more effective. The University of Otago conducted a study in 2016 showing that just a 2-minute walk reduced spikes by about 22%, and a 10-minute slow walk could cut spikes by up to 30%. Walking also aids digestion, prevents bloating, and improves circulation. If you can't go outside, marching in place works just as well. Even small movements like this make a significant difference in how your body handles post-meal glucose. Bodyweight squats are another excellent post-meal exercise. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, bend your knees, lower your hips, and then rise back up. Doing 10 to 15 squats after meals has been shown in a 2021 study published in Diabetology and Metabolic Syndrome to reduce post-meal glucose by 18 to 25%. This works best if combined with walking or calf raises. For seniors or those with joint issues, chair-assisted squats work just as well. Sitting halfway down and pushing back up reduces strain, but still helps muscles use glucose effectively. Even seated or chair exercises are highly effective. Marching in place, ankle rotations, and leg lifts for 2 to 5 minutes after meals can lower post-meal glucose by 10 to 15%. This makes it accessible to people of all ages and mobility levels. You can combine these exercises for maximum effect. 2 minutes of calf raises, 10 bodyweight squats, and a 2 to 5 minute walk or seated march. Combined, these simple movements can lower post-meal blood sugar by as much as 40 to 50%, according to multiple studies. Try this for 1 week after lunch and dinner, and notice how your energy stays steady instead of crashing. Supplements can also be powerful helpers, though they're not a replacement for healthy habits. Apple cider vinegar, for example, is highly effective. Just 1 to 2 teaspoons diluted in a full glass of water, taken 5 to 10 minutes before a carb-heavy meal, can reduce post-meal glucose by 19 to 34%, according to a study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2005. Use a straw to protect your teeth, and rinse your mouth afterward. Cinnamon is another great option. Using Ceylon cinnamon, half a teaspoon daily sprinkled on food or drinks like tea or smoothies, taken with or just before meals, reduces glucose spikes by 10 to 15% and improves insulin sensitivity, as confirmed in a meta-analysis in Annals of Family Medicine in 2013. Magnesium is crucial for many people because deficiency can worsen insulin resistance. Magnesium glycinate or citrate, 200 to 400 milligrams daily, preferably in the evening with a meal, improves insulin action and helps control blood sugar. You can also include magnesium-rich foods like pumpkin seeds, almonds, and spinach. Green tea is another simple supplement. Drinking a cup brewed without sugar within 30 minutes after a meal lowers sugar rise by approximately 13%, according to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2013. Berberine is an advanced option. Taking 500 milligrams 2 to 3 times daily with meals has been shown to be comparable to metformin in reducing post-meal glucose. However, it should only be used under medical supervision, especially if you're on blood sugar medication. Always consult your doctor before starting supplements, particularly if you have any health conditions or take medication. Meal order and eating style can also dramatically affect post-meal blood sugar. Eating protein and fiber before carbohydrates significantly slows glucose absorption. A study in diabetes care in 2015 showed that eating chicken and vegetables before rice reduced post-meal glucose by 29% and lowered insulin levels by 49%. Smaller plates and slower eating also help, as glucose enters the bloodstream more gradually. Avoid lying down immediately after meals to keep digestion efficient and prevent higher spikes. Additionally, timing carbs earlier in the day and spreading intake evenly can reduce post-meal surges. Even starting a meal with a simple salad can make a measurable difference. Repeated post-meal spikes are not just inconvenient, they are dangerous. Over time, they contribute to insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and cognitive decline. The arteries can be damaged by repeated sugar surges, cholesterol levels can rise, and brain function may be impaired gradually over the years. Fatigue, sugar cravings, and belly fat are often early signs that your body is struggling to manage glucose effectively. Take Raj, for example, a 52-year-old pre-diabetic who incorporated 2-minute post-meal exercises, cinnamon in his meals, and protein-first eating. In just 3 months, his post-lunch glucose dropped from 180 milligrams per deciliter to 135 milligrams per deciliter, and his afternoon energy stayed stable for the first time in years. Consistency is the key to long-term success. Combining post-meal exercises, supplements, and smart meal order creates a powerful routine that can protect your heart, brain, and energy levels over decades. Tracking your progress, whether through a glucometer, continuous glucose monitor, or even by observing your own energy levels, helps reinforce these habits. Small, consistent steps are far more effective than trying extreme diets or sporadic workouts. Just 5 to 10 minutes after each meal dedicated to these exercises, along with mindful eating and optional supplements, can have a profound effect on your health over time. So, to recap the most important takeaways. First, incorporate simple post-meal exercises such as calf raises, squats, and walking or chair-based movements if needed. Second, consider supplements that are proven to help, like apple cider vinegar, cinnamon, magnesium, green tea, and for advanced users, berberine, always under guidance. Third, pay attention to meal order and style. Eat protein and fiber before carbs, use smaller plates, eat slowly, and avoid lying down immediately after meals. These small, practical adjustments combined can dramatically reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes, increase energy, and support long-term health. Start implementing these tips today, even if it's just a few minutes after one meal. Over time, they will compound into significant improvements in energy, metabolism, and overall well-being. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing, liking, and sharing with friends and family who can also benefit from these science-backed strategies. Join the Health Pulse Haven community and take control of your post-meal blood sugar, one small, actionable step at a time. Remember, it's the simple, consistent habits that protect your heart, brain, and energy for decades, not the quick fixes. Start small, stay consistent, and you'll see real change.